Hi, this is my first ever YouTube video in VR, so it's gonna be a little interesting. I wanted to do like a story time video, and I've always wanted to do videos like this, but I've always kind of felt shy, so um, I wanted to see if I could do it better in VR, which I think I can because I feel better as a pink cat. Um, so the story I wanted to talk about was when I was younger and I was in school, I had a bully. Uh, I've had a couple people who were quote unquote bullies, but this person in particular kind of stands out as like the first one, and I feel like it's something interesting to talk about. So, thing about me is that when I was younger, I went to public school up until third grade, and I had like really bad attention issues where I kind of refused to like engage in anything that didn't interest me. So, like, I'd be in school and I'd be kind of defiant about it almost. Like, I wouldn't do the homework, I wouldn't do anything. And I think I really frustrated my parents and my teachers. And there was a little bit more to that. I also was kind of, like I said, defiant and a little bit disturbed, if you will. I don't particularly still don't really know why I was the way I was, but there was this one time where I basically uh prank called a friend and was pretty scary in the prank call and pretended to be somebody else. And this was when I was in third grade. So like my parents were worried about me cuz they actually had to like call the cops and stuff because to prove that whoever was calling them wasn't like a murderer. It was just a little kid, me. Uh, so my parents were really worried about me, and for several reasons. So they decided to switch me over to Catholic school instead, which public school versus Catholic school, there's a really big difference. Number one, not just because of the religious aspect, but also because of the schooling in particular. It's more difficult. I guess it's the easiest way to say it. So, me going into that school in third grade, I actually had to be quote unquote held back because I wasn't necessarily prepared for their fourth grade. And I'm really glad that we did that because it was a hard school compared to public school. And they're a lot more less forgiving. Like, you actually had to do the homework. Which, not to say, when I did move to Catholic school, I was better, but and I actually really loved Catholic school. But anyway, so basically, Catholic school, there's a lot less people there, so it's more like close knit. And you stay, at least this school, you stay in that class with all these people up until eighth grade. Like it was a school combined with elementary and middle school. So we were like basically like siblings almost. Like we were with each other for well, I was there. Well, they are basically there for over 8 years together. Uh, so when I entered, it's kind of weird because these people kind of see you as an outcast. So it was really hard for me to. Well, it wasn't that hard for me to make friends, but it was hard for me to fit in, like because I was different. I came from a different background, but one person in particular, the bully that I'm trying to talk about, was very interesting to me. And I still kind of think about it. Like, I kind of analyze it. Like, why were they the way they were? Why did they not like me? But basically, what I'm trying to say is that I was different. So, like, people treated me differently. So, the memory that I have of the first time she was ever rude to me was we were in art class and I was like doing art stuff, and there was she was at the table with us. She was like in my group, which sucks because she wasn't nice to me. But I was like doing art and stuff, and I was, like, talking about, like, "Oh, yeah, I like bugs, and I'm a tomboy," stupid shit, and she was basically like, "You're not a tomboy," and I was like, "Uh, yeah, I am." She's like, "No, you're not, I am." And I was like, "Okay, cool, that's great, I'm glad that you have similar interests like I do," but she was, like, dead set, like, "You are not a tomboy." Like, "Oh, okay. Alright, you're kinda scary." But anyway, that's when it started, and she didn't like me from then on. She, like, hated me. And I didn't know why. Like, she, like, threatened to punch me at some point, which is really interesting because, like, in the Catholic school like, everything, people were not really like I guess public school has more violence. Uh, there wasn't really, like, violence at this school, so the fact that she was threatening me with physical violence was really weird, and she threatened that at the end of 8th grade, on my birthday, because my birthday was near the end of school, she was going to punch me in the face, which is really funny because I was also in martial arts around that time, and I think I would have been able to handle her a lot better than she thinks. Uh, so anyway, that's irrelevant. But she never did punch me in the face. But it was just so weird. Like, why are you so obsessed with me? Why are you so, like, mean to me for no reason? Like, I didn't do anything. Like, is it because you see me as a threat? I wonder if that's what it was because she was a quote unquote tomboy, which I think she was. She was like friends with like all the boys in class and stuff, which is cool. Like, good for you. But it's just, I wonder if she saw me as a threat because I was me, where she maybe saw me and she was like, oh, who does she think she is, kind of thing. Like, oh, you can't be like me, blah, 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 blah. I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, we were just like kids, but we're also people. So you kind of have to, like, I don't know. I just think about it sometimes. Like, I've had dreams about it too, like where I'm like, she becomes my friend instead, which I think is interesting, or almost like a love interest, which is even weirder. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is that I think back on it and I think she came from a background where she grew up around her brothers. She had a whole bunch of brothers and she didn't have a sister or anything. So I feel like she took that identity of a tomboy or like like a girl that has more boyish features. And she really took that to heart. And so she saw it as a threat if somebody else who she may not have necessarily thought belonged in that particular category, that uh she saw it as a threat, basically. Like, I don't know. Is that a pick me? I think it might be a pick me. I don't know. But this was a long time ago, so it's not like I'm sure she's different now. Maybe she wouldn't punch me in the face now. You never know. But I think I'd be ready at this point if she did want to. So, uh, yeah, that's my first video, my first story time. I hope you liked it. Um, I don't know if you did, but if you did, let me know. And I guess I can just watch the view count and see, like, if somebody watched it. If somebody watched it, that's good enough, right? Uh, yeah. So let me know if you want to hear any other stories, because I do have more stories. Maybe not like particularly like. mm, I guess I do have more bullying stories, like high school bullying. But at the end of the day, my bullying wasn't really that bad. Like, I've talked to other friends and they're like, "Yeah, we got beat up." And I'm like, Oh. I shouldn't really think much of what I went through. It really wasn't much. So let me know, and I hope you have a great day.